Hello students, welcome to Satya classes. Myself Raj Pandey and I am here to teach you how to solve the question based on trigonometric ratios of some specified angle. Guys, these questions are very much important from the point of view of examination, and there will you always find one or two questions in your examination. Either you choose basic math or you choose standard math. Understand? So I have some following steps for solving these questions. So I recommend you to watch the full video and enjoy your learning. Coming up next, I'm taking an example from the NCERT book, and the question is, if sine a minus b is equal to 1 by 2 and cos a plus b is equal to 1 by 2, where 0 is less than a plus b is less than equal to 90 degree. This is the condition, and one more condition, a is greater than b. So guys, what these conditions are indicating? These conditions are indicating that the sum of these two angles is equal to or less than 90 degree. Means when we add both the angle, they will not be greater than 90 degree. So after getting the answer, we will check that we will sum the angle A plus angle B, and if they are under 90 or equal to 90, then we can say that our answer is correct. Understand? So let us proceed. So the first step is, from the table you can see over the screen, the table is given that if collectively take a minus b as x, can you? Of course you can. And a plus b as y. So I'm writing it x and y. So sine x is equal to 1 by 2. What it indicate now? You can see in the table that sine x is equal to 1 by 2 if the value of x is equal to 30 degree. Is it so? And cos a plus b is equal to 1 by 2 means cos y is equal to 1 by 2 when the value of y is how many degree? Yes, exactly 60 degree. So now 30 degree and 60 degree, the value of x and the value of y, you have get this. As you get this, let's put it. A minus b is equal to 30 degree and a plus b is equal to how much? Yes, 60 degree. So now you have two equations and two unknowns. Now you can solve it. Of course you can. Look, I'm adding both the equation. I'm just simply adding both the equation and add them, so it becomes 90 degree and 2a, since minus b and plus b cancel each other. So a is equal to how much? Here 45 degree. Now you got the value of a. Now what about b? So for the value of the b, we will solve as it. A plus b is equal to 60 degree. So b is equal to 60 degree minus a, and this equals to 60 minus 45. So b is equal to 45 degree. Now the writing way of these put the answer as hence the value of a is equal to 45 degree and angle b is equal to how much? Yes, exactly 15 degree. This one is 15 degree when you subtract 60 minus 45. Okay, got it. Next question I'm taking from exercise 8.2, question number 3rd, and please, this question has a lot of power. Means it can teach you so many steps of solving the question. So this question is very important, and solve this question along with me. Understood? So let's begin. The value of cos 30. Now this question requires the use of table, and table is on the screen, so you can match the values. Cos 30, you can write it as 1 upon root 2. Understand? And as you write this 1 upon root 2 will be denominator and 1 will here, and in bracket sec 30, you know about 2 by root 3. You can use the table, and how I do, let me tell you. First of all, I know the value of cos 30, so I reverse the value of cos 30 and this becomes sec 30 because they are reciprocal of each other. So cos 30's value is 2 root 3 by 2 and sec 30 becomes 2 by root 3. So this is the basic trick, the first trick I apply to solve this kind of question. And what about cosec 30? The same trick I apply, so it becomes 2. You can use the table, understand? Now you see over here that 2 by root 3 plus 2 in bracket. So let us solve this bracket. Okay, the next step is solving the bracket. 2 plus 2 into root 3, this becomes root 3 and root 3. Okay, you know how to solve the mixed fraction value, so just I did there. They are multiplied and then added here. Now the next step is how to do. You can see over here root 3 will goes up. These are the little funda. If you don't know, then stay here, I will tell you, I will teach you how to do it. So this becomes root 3 upon root 2, 1 upon in bracket 2 plus 2 root 3. Okay, keep writing along with me, there will not be any problem, understand? So keep doing along with me. Now you can see root 2 and 2 root 3. So let us put the irrational values together. Root 3 whole upon root 2 multiplied with 2, this becomes 2 root 2, and 2 root 3 multiplied with root 2 becomes how much? Good, say yes, 2 root 6. So here 2 and 2 both are the constant, can be taken out, so let us make them common. Root 3 upon 2 times root 2 plus root 6. Okay, now this is not going to be your answer. The reason being irrational is in denominator and you have to reduce this irrational number. For this purpose you have to rationalize it. So my next step is rationalizing this denominator. Now I am going to rationalize this value. So for this we will multiply with the conjugate of this irrational number. So it becomes root 2 plus root 6. Sorry, there will not be plus, I will take minus here, and the reason being we are going to multiply with the conjugate, because multiplying with the conjugate reduces the denominator in the form of rational number, understand? So let's put bracket. Now what happens here, you can see root 3 will multiply to root 2 and as well as root 6. So root 3 into root 2 becomes root 6 minus root 3 into root 6 becomes minus root 18 and then thereafter 2 can be taken out and you can see over here a plus b and a minus b. Now the formula is applicable and you can use the formula here. So for this I am writing under root 2 square then minus root 6 square. Is there any problem? I don't think so there will. So keep moving. For root 18 what we are going to do is let's factorize it. So its factor is 2 into root 3 into root 3. So root 3 can be taken as out of the under root because it lies in the paired form. So we will write it as root 6 minus thereafter root 3 root 2 and upon squaring the 2 gives root 2 gives 2 and squaring the root 6 gives 6. So 2 minus 6 becomes how much? Minus 4, and when minus 4 this gives you minus 4, and with this minus 4 multiplied with the 2, this is not upon, this is just I am taking the I am writing the like this. So 2 into becomes minus 8. Now this is also an inappropriate form of the answer writing because the minus sign is lying in denominator. So we'll shift this minus sign to numerator, and for this purpose we will multiply numerator and denominator with minus 1. Will there be any effect? No, this will not be effect. And why we are doing so? The reason being Please listen carefully and make yourself clear. We are doing this only because we cannot answer right answer in this form, so we are doing like that. Okay, understand? Now as we multiply minus 1 with both the number, then the value of root 6 becomes negative root 6, and this value comes over here. So 3 root 2 minus root 6, and this minus minus becomes plus. So now this is your final answer. This is your answer. Understand? This one is your answer. I hope that you have understand this question and you enjoyed a lot, and try to solve this question twice thrice in your copy, so that there may not be any problem. So you have seen that how many steps were involved in this question. So this question is really very much important, and from the point of view of your examination, this question always carry 4 marks. Understand? So I took at least 3 or 4 minutes to solve this question, but you can use at least use 5 minutes for solving this question. Understand? Question 4th. Okay, so let us see how to solve this question. For these ratios like sin 30, tan 45, refer your table. Okay, so from table write the values as sin 30 how much? Good, 1/2. Tan 45 1 minus cosec 60. Cosec is reciprocal of sine, so 2/√3. Sec 30 2/√3. Thereafter cos 60. Cos 60 is 1/2. Use your table to see these values. Okay, and solve. Try to solve this question along with me. 1/2 plus cot 45 is 1. So let us solve this part first, then thereafter this part. So on solving this part, 2√3 in denominator and √3 into 1, √3 plus 2√3. I think you must be knowing about how to solve this. 2√3, then minus how much? Say minus 4 whole upon. Let us solve this one. Again 2√3 will be in denominator, so solving 2 to the 4, √3 into 1, √3, and for 1 you will be multiplied with 2√3, so it becomes 2 plus √3. Now you got this. Okay, you can see over here 2√3 and 2√3 can be cancels each other simply. Yes, it happens, it really happens. This is the way to do it. Okay, now the left part is, I am writing here, you can see √3 plus 2√3 becomes how much? 3√3. Good. Minus 4 upon 4, it just integer, so write it as 4, and √3 plus 2√3 means this becomes 3√3. Okay, now this is your answer, but this answer is not correct way of writing. The reason being, you can see here the denominator holding irrational number. Do you know you have studied chapter 2? This is chapter 1. You have studied chapter 1. 4 plus 3√3 is an irrational number. So let us rationalize it. How to rationalize it? Look here. 4 plus 3√3, there will minus 4, because we have to multiply with it conjugate. Let us put them in brackets. Understand? √3. Now see, 4 plus 3√3 and 4 minus 3√3, this is the formula a square minus b square. So let us apply it. 4 into 4 how much? It will 16 minus, okay, so squaring 4 16 and squaring 3√3, this gives how much? On your copy you will write the formula. that you are using. The formula is a plus b in one bracket and a minus b in second bracket. So a square minus b square minus 27 on squaring 3 root 3. Understand? So 3 root 3, let us put it into the bracket. Now this 2 term will multiply this remaining 2 term. Understand? So let us see how to do it. First of all, we have multiplied 3 root 3. Look carefully, 3 root 3 into 4, then there is minus sign, and this number is multiplying with this number. Now this number will be multiplying with this number, so there is minus sign, so put minus and like 3 root 3 into 3 root 3. Okay, now 4 into 4, this minus 16, minus 4 into, and this both minus becomes plus, and 4 3 are 12, so it becomes 12 root 3. Now we have this. On solving this, let us see how to solve it. First of all, solve this equation in your copy. These are just simple multiplication and I hope you can do it. Okay, this is also multiplication. So on solving this, we get this. Okay, so we got this, and now we can sum it. 12 plus 12, this becomes 24 root 3, and this is the number. So 7 plus 6, 13, and 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 1, 4, so minus 43, and then put sign of positive minus 11. Again, this is inappropriate form because you can see minus is lying in the denominator, so let's multiply with it, minus 1 and minus 1. Okay, so as you multiply with minus 1, the both numerator and denominator, this becomes like how much? Okay, good. This becomes minus 24 root 3 and 43 upon 11. Now this is the answer. So I hope you have understand this question. This is a really very much important question, and this question is carry at least 4 marks for your examination. Understand? Time I am taking question second. The reason being because I can see square over here, and you will be confusing that how to solve this square with tan 45. So let me tell you, the value of tan 45 is 1. Okay, so 2 multiplied with 1, and this square will come over the value of the tan 45 degree. Understand? Now cos square 30 degree, how much cos 30? Yes, okay, good. Root 3 by 2, root 3 by 2, and the square will be over here. Minus sine square 60 degree, how much sine? Root 3 by 2. Very good. Now you are speaking, and square, so 2 minus squaring 3 upon 2 to 4, minus squaring 3 upon 2 to 4. Okay, understand? This is plus sign. On solving this, cancel each other and it becomes equal to 2. This is your answer. Now because of my interest, I am choosing some true false here. Understand? And this is also from exercise 8.2. I have chosen 1, 2 and 4th questions from the true and false. They are really important question, and they have some valuable thoughts. So let us see. The first is sine in bracket a plus b is equal to sine a plus sine b. You have to tell is it true or false. So let me explain it. I have told you that sine is not multiplying with these two values. Understand? Because sine is just a function and theta is its angle. So function is not multiplying with angle. What is happening here is this is just an angle, so sine is not multiplied with this, but here you can see sine a plus sine b, and they are just simply multiplying. So this statement definitely false. Very good. False. The value of sine theta increases as theta increases. So let me write down some values. For 0 degree, 0. For 30 degree, speak. For 45, root 3 by 2, and then thereafter 1. So you can see clearly that in between 0 to 90, the values are increasing at 0, then half, then 1 by root 2, this is nearly 0.707, and then root 3 by 2, this is also holding some value, nearly 0.85, but this is again greater than 0.0707, and 1 is also greater than. So we can say that for 0 to 90, yeah, this statement is true, but you are just below the level, just started trigonometry, so for you this statement is true. But understand, but this is not actually true, because this happens in between 0 to 90, and for other angle you will see in some higher classes. Understand? Now sine theta is equal to cos theta for all the value of theta. If this is true, if this statement sine theta is equal to cos theta for all values of theta, then there is no need of cos if sine is existing, and there is no need of sine if cos is existing, because they are equal. So this is definitely false statement, because sine and cos, both the ratio are different, so changing the ratio also changes the value. Understand? This not happens every time, but sometimes, and they are saying for all the angle, so this is wrong. Understand? Now we'll stop here and see you in the next presentation.